Every time a pitch hits your eyes and ears, it's more than just words. It's a test, a challenge wrapped in hope and disguise. Think about it. Your gut tightens because you already know the truth nobody says out loud. Polishing a pitch doesn't mean the heart behind it beats strong. That founder saying all the right things. It could be hiding panic, wishful thinking, or blind spots ready to burn their vision to ashes. And that's the curse and the blessing. You're not here to be fooled. You're here to see what's not said, to feel what's barely whispered between the lines. Because the game they're playing isn't just about numbers or market size. It's about the soul of a venture, and whether it's alive enough to defy the ordinary. You, as an angel, carry a massive burden. Everyone looks at you to be the gatekeeper, the lifeline, the one who decides who flies and who falls. But inside, maybe you wrestle with silence. The silence that screams when you realize most pitches are noise, glittering distractions wrapped in shallow dreams. Do they really see the world differently? Or just another echo of the status quo? Are they rebels or just actors wearing the mask of ambition? This makes every decision heavier than it should be, because you're not here to waste your time, your money, your legacy on illusions. You want the rare, those who refuse to settle, who burn instead of bend, who understand that to build something extraordinary, they must first shatter everything they think they know. Now listen close. This is the raw truth about reading between the lines. The magic isn't in chasing what they say. It's in what they avoid saying. It's in how they defend failure without naming it. It's in the cracks of confidence they unconsciously reveal. When a founder talks only about success but sidesteps the why of struggle, it's your first red flag. Because greatness isn't born in comfort. It's forged in chaos. Silence about past failures or glaring risks isn't just omission. It's a survival tactic. Your job is to feel the discomfort beneath their calm, to turn every silence into a roaring question. How did they dance with disaster? What scars are untold? One move that separates the good angels from the legendary ones is this. Don't just listen with ears, listen with your gut and eyes. Watch for energy that doesn't match words. See the flickers of passion leaking when they describe their why. When the pitch is full of safe phrases, but their voice cracks or speeds up, that's your superpower alert. It shows the raw edges, the places they're trying hardest to hide. That mismatch? It's the price of honesty slipping through the cracks, begging for connection. You're not reading a memo. You're reading a soul trying to break free. Here's a secret too many miss. Details are the language of truth. When founders gloss over numbers or dodge tough questions, it's often because they don't have answers, not because they're hiding. Figures that don't line up, plans that feel too perfect, markets painted with overly bright brushes, all these are smoke. But the slightest hesitation, a shift in posture, a glance away, that's fire, that's real. And you catch it because you refuse to be fooled by surface shine. You want real fire, and real fire will never be perfectly contained. In the world of angel investing, patience is power, but impatience is instinct. So when you pull apart a pitch, do it like you're peeling an onion. Slow, deliberate, with a steady hand. Examine every layer, every claim. Ask questions not to catch them out, but to invite truth to rise. And don't settle for rehearsed answers. The founders worth backing? They will stumble, they will struggle to explain, but they'll never dodge owning reality. Those who do are either hiding their wounds or themselves. But here's the clincher. How do you separate the fake from the fearless in a room full of noise? Look for contradictions, not as failures, but as clues. A founder says they want to disrupt, but their experience screams conformity? Weird, right? Maybe they haven't learned to wield their wildness yet, or maybe they'll never. But a founder whose story is messy, whose past decisions look like mistakes, but whose soul screams a relentless drive to improve. That's a diamond in chaos, someone you want to bet on, someone who can actually transcend the cage society built around comfort and ease. It's brutal, this job, because the world lies so well. It will tempt you to believe in comfort, in security. in the safe bet that blends into the market chorus. But every time you give in, that's a little piece of your power lost. The power to shape futures, to foster the exceptional, to ignite rebellion against mediocrity. Your edge? It's ruthless discernment. Not cruelty, but fierce care. Care enough to say no to the familiar, no to the easy yes, no to the promises that mean nothing because they're too neat. Your no is a roar that clears the path for yes to rise like a blazing comet. Here's something even the pros underestimate. Emotional resonance is your secret weapon. Numbers tell you what is, but emotion tells you what can be. Watch how founders tell their story. Are they stuck in fear or radiating a fierce belief in something bigger than themselves? Can they make you feel the pain of the problem and the fire of the solution? This emotional pulse is what fuels breakthroughs. When it's missing, no matter how shiny the PowerPoint, the future is fragile. But when it's there, it pushes you to lean in, to invest not just cash, but belief, sweat, and heart. And don't forget this. The best founders don't just sell you a dream. They invite you to be part of a transformation. They speak less about themselves, more about how their vision will bend the world. They don't promise to be heroes. They promise to be servants to a cause bigger than ego or quick fame. This humility cloaked in wild ambition. That's rare. That's powerful. That's what signals someone ready to rewrite rules, not follow them. You might be thinking, all this sounds intense. It is. Because investing isn't about comfort, it's about courage. Courage to be different. Courage to know when to say no and still hold space for greatness. Courage to fight the chain reaction of mediocrity the world celebrates. And remember, every minute spent deciphering, every gut wrench, and every night spent wondering if you're right is worth it. Because when you back the ones who stun the world, you don't just change industries. You free the individuals, the fires that will light paths for all. The truth is simple but harsh. Most will play safe, will sing the system's tune, will settle for a borrowed life. But you don't live borrowed. Your investment is a rebellion. It's an echo of a world where freedom isn't a slogan, but an earned crown. You see what others ignore, the beauty in the broken, the power in the patient, the potential hiding behind the messy. And when you do, when you invest like this, you don't just finance startups. You unleash revolutions of the self. So when the next pitch comes, don't get caught in the bright lights or the smooth talk. Dig, question, feel, doubt. Don't accept polished lies. Look for fire in the cracks, hunger behind the silence, and humility beneath the roar. And know this. The more you do this, the less you'll invest in the ordinary, and the more you'll fuel the few who are done waiting, who burn for more, who dare to become what the system fears. This is not just investing. This is choosing sides in the battle over the future. And you're not on the side of comfort or conformity. You're with the wild ones, the restless, the rare, those who refuse to be quiet or small. Your role is to read between the lines, tear apart illusions, and find the raw truth that births greatness. Because only the liberated individual can birth liberation. Only you, burning with relentless will, can recognize the same fire and fan it into a wild blaze. Hold tight to this. This hunger for truth, this refusal to be fooled. This is the power that changes everything.